Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Hardcore and our self-made druid. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we return to Ashenvale to aid our brothers and sisters in Astronar and Silverwind Refugee as well. Let's get started by picking up some new quests, and then we'll head out and see what we can get done today. See, we're definitely going to want to pick up Rain's Cleansing.
Watch over you.
And let's take a look at what aggressive defense is going to be. It looks like some more Furlbog related stuff.
Good luck, friend.
I think we can handle it. While we're also in town, I want to look for a general goods vendor. Particularly one that offers
My goods are of the
spices that we can use to cook. I dropped off some of the stuff that we had in our inventory at the bank, just stuff that we don't need right now, but I held on to the tangy clam meat and the murloc fin. We're running pretty low on boiled clams at the moment, and since we have the materials, I'd like to see if we can cook those up. We might have better look at the Silverwind Refugee, since I know that the Trade's Good vendor there offers the Expert Cookbook. And maybe that means that they offer spices as well that we can use. Just gonna take a quick look. Doesn't look like anything significant here. Ooh. So a new pattern. We actually haven't seen this leatherworking recipe yet. Barbaric leggings. We've seen the recipe for the bracers. We actually have it. Why don't we go ahead and pick this up? We're not going to be leatherworking 170 for quite a while. But that's really good to know. I feel like a lot of the leatherworking recipes, and maybe this goes for like tailoring and blacksmithing as well, they tend to just like either be there or not, like at the vendors that they could show up in. It's kind of hard to say. I feel like I need to find like a full list of leatherworking recipes to look at. Okay, cool. So we found a vendor that has spices. So we're going to need hot spices, I think, for both. Yes, we're going to need 9 total, it looks like. So why don't we grab those? Don't know if there's a place to cook around here. We may have to build our own fire. I'm going to go ahead and also open up leatherworking real quick because I'm going to cure these medium hides real quick. In the previous episode, we tried to hit 145 leatherworking. We ended up trying to craft like 4 or 5 different yellow recipes, and we didn't get the points needed for it. I'm not going to screw around anymore. I'm just going to use these cured medium hides to guarantee those last 2 points. And we're only going to need 8 medium leather total to get them to, so we'll be able to get that pretty quickly. Now I believe I can create a basic campfire with flint and tinder and simple wood. I don't know if we can get that here though. It sounds like something that would come from a general vendor. Yeah, so I think we're gonna have to skip out on that for now. Let's go ahead and pick up that last quest and let's get to work.
I am honored.
And while we get our buff food up, let's try to find a nice path. I think what makes the most sense is to go north first, take care of culling the threat. And then once we do so, we can actually head down, because I'm pretty sure there's like a back gate here. We can probably head down, gather up Balloon's Tier, then turn in Rain's Cleansing, then deal with the Frollbog to the south. And then deal with the quest that we can do at Mistral Lake for Elemental Bracers. So let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, hopefully I get a chance to cook this stuff. Maybe I can check the inn real quick. See if there's some sort of stove in here I could use. Doesn't look like it.
My goods are of the highest quality.
Yeah, reagent vendor is not going to cut it, unfortunately. So let's head out of Astronar. And we'll carve our path towards Dal Bloodclaw. Fun, we get to deal with healers. Always a pain. We've carved our path through our initial wave of Furlbogs. Now we're in Thistlefur Village. And we're only looking for a single target. I believe that there is a follow-up of some kind that's going to take us deeper into whatever hold is kind of nearby. I think there's one around here somewhere. Once we do end up with that quest, I don't know if we're actually going to go through with it. Because any hold that the Furlbogs have of any tribe is even scarier than most caves, I would say. They basically act, in the same manner. but I find them to be significantly more dangerous. We're taking tons of damage from these frobogs. Even more so than the raptors back in the wetlands. I believe from this point forward, we can start looking for a Dal Bloodclaw. He looks like he kind of pats around each of the little camps here. Not sure if he's going to stand out too much from the others, so it might be hard to spot him. Oh, I see he's over there. Hopefully he does walk around and he's not just, and he doesn't have just like a fixed spawn point. Because if we're going to have to fight like 3 of these guys at once, I don't know how successful we're going to be. That feels like it would be far too dangerous for us. And we've got a single Avenger here that's taking out like half of our health at a time. Okay, there he goes. He's starting to walk over here. That's perfect. We actually don't have anything else in our way right here. We have a nice open clearing. Even if this guy hyperspawns back, this Avenger, at least we only have to deal with 2 things instead of 4. Or worse. Perfect. Dal Bloodclaw is down. And now we can make our way towards Elun's tier. Let's just go ahead and stealth our way out of the village. These guys were causing us enough problems. A little bit safer now. And I know we're still about 5 levels or so away from Ferocious Bite, but I am way too excited to pick up that ability. Just feels like our combos have felt so awkward. It just feels weird not really being able to use it effectively. sure we can utilize the big bear meat in some sort of future recipe. I don't know when we're actually going to pick that up, so I don't know if it's really worth holding on to it. We're entering Iris Lake now. Let's go ahead and grab Elun's Tear. Nice and simple pickup quest. Now that we have this, let's find out how we can get to Rain's Cleansing easily. And I'm assuming we can just jump down from here somewhere. We should be able to go through the mountains. Hopefully safely, relatively safely. Well, we gotta be careful. That is for sure. We do not have, I'm not sure what the ability is called. I guess, like feline reflexes or something like that. The one that reduces our fall damage taken. I don't think we actually get that passive until level 40 while we're in cat form. So we've jumped down, now we just need to find our way over to that area. Hit with a lovely 5-minute curse. Curse of the Shadowhorn. At least we can get rid of that. It's nice having that ability. The only thing that still remains a real pain in the ass for us is the diseases that come up. Especially the ones that last for like 20-30 minutes or so, because there is nothing we can do about them. We can handle curses, we can handle poison. We cannot handle disease. Let's get our buffs back up. And let's continue to grind on enemies on our way there. We're not going to get too many more opportunities to get some skinning done while we're in Ashenvale. So probably the best opportunity that we're going to get. With that, we have reached level 27. Let's stick our first point into predatory strikes. It's going to increase our attack power by a little bit. Once we get that third point into this talent, then we'll really start, I feel like, feeling the full effect. Need as much power as we can get right now. Yeah, we're almost there. We're making out pretty good on leather, which is good. We still need a lot. And we're finally here at the Moonwell.
What is nature's
Let's
call?
get the quest turned in.
Is there trouble?
Find the wooden key and a piece of Dark Troll's rod. Looks like it's pretty close by. Just need to run around the mountain real quick. Pick up the iron shaft and the wooden key. Level 27 quest. I suppose we could check it out. Just see what it looks like. I don't want to go too crazy though. I'm assuming these are more Furlbog or Satyrs, maybe? Something of the sort. Still a little bit of ways away. Looks like we need to travel further east in order to go north. Passing Rainwood Retreat now. Which is always weird for me to see from the other side. Normally I'm a Horde player. Normally these Laughing Sisters are a part of a quest. I suppose it's nice that I can travel through this area unharmed. I don't have to worry about it too much. I wonder if there's any vendors here for the Alliance. I feel like there wouldn't be, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it doesn't look like there would be. Looks like a Horde player died here recently, though. Let's head up the road a little bit towards Fellwood. Okay, the Iron Shaft is going to come off of a Crazed Ancient. I suppose that would make sense. Actually, I suppose the wooden piece to this is actually what I would expect from one of the Ancients, but I guess either way, let's go ahead and see how strong these enemies are. Withered Ancient and Crazed Ancient, 27-28 respectively, and they both have Curse of Thorns as an ability. Curse an enemy for 3 minutes, giving a 50% chance to take a decent amount of damage as a counterattack. Well, assuming that it is a curse at least, we can get rid of it. Let's see how well we do against these guys without popping out of stealth or anything extra. There's that curse. It looks like we can take this as long as we're really careful. It doesn't seem to be too bad. We might have to actually like heal in between or like during fights, I suppose. So we just picked up the wooden key. Unlocks a worn chest. Maybe that is where we get our Iron Shaft. I'm very curious to know what the drop rate is for this wooden key. So I imagine it's not 100%, so maybe we got lucky here. That'd be really cool if that's the case. It'd save us a lot of time and a lot of risk. We can just get in and out quickly. Let's get some new buffs up before we continue. Alright, so we do need to get into this area, and we're going to want to do it safely. So let's make sure we clear out the area as best we can. We do have stealth, but I feel like we can't rely on that alone. We do have dash as well if we need to get back out in a hurry. Ooh, it looks like another player just came out of that area. Let's go ahead and drink up real quick, get our mana back, and let's see if we can get in there real quick, because, I mean, he had to have killed some stuff on the way in, I would think. Which would clear a path for us. Oh, here we go, here's the worn chest. Perfect. Awesome. Let's go ahead and turn this one in. It's going to be a little bit of a journey to get back. If we start seeing some lower level enemies again, I don't want to take on these the elder versions of these stags or any bears or wolves that we see. If we start seeing the lower level stuff again, we'll keep grinding. And today might be a little bit longer of an episode. I've been pondering, if it makes sense to start increasing the episode lengths the higher we get level. I feel like at level 27 we're still in a good spot to do hour-long episodes. Especially with rested experience, we still make plenty of progress. But I feel like as we get deeper into our 30s, and especially when we hit like level 40 or so, it might make sense to increase the duration of our episodes. Just to cover a bit more ground, it takes a lot more effort to progress once you get around that level. The game gets grindier than ever. Thinking at the very least, if we do end up having more grinding episodes, which we should, especially for like grinding extra leather, or as we get closer to level 40, grinding up just some gold, raw gold from certain farms could be useful. And if that's the case, we're definitely going to want to make those episodes a little bit longer. Ooh, our first instance of heavy leather. Where did that come off of? Oh, Shadumbra. Okay. That is a horde quest mob, I think. I don't think you can pick up a quest item for the Alliance side. Level 28. So at level 28, we can start seeing heavy leather. That is good to know. We are going to need heavy hides as well for those barbaric bracers, as well as for this recipe too, I think. The leggings only require... Oh, you actually need moss agate or agate? I think it might be pronounced. We actually have one of those in the bank, luckily. I was wondering when we were going to start seeing some recipes that required gems to fulfill. Or ingredients / materials outside of the leather-based variety. I think we may want to stop by the Silverwind Refugee first before we take on the surrounding furl bogs, just so that we can empty out our inventory. It's getting quite full. I feel like we're at the point where we have so much big bear meat that it might actually be worth keeping at this point, since we have a stack of it now. Seems like it would be worth keeping. We can stop by Narcissus in between episodes just to drop it off at the bank. I'm not worried about it too much, and we are already full in inventory. The stag meat I'm not as keen on keeping, I don't think. I know that there's going to be plenty more bears that we're going to kill along our journey. Don't know how many more stags we're going to run into. back at the Moonwell now.
Hi. The
Let's
great
turn this in. Final piece of Dartol's Rod. Let's see, find the final piece of Dartol's Rod. Where are we going for that? Given to the Druids of Dordanil. All I can do is follow the road that leads towards the Barrens. Oof. Yeah, that sounds like a rough one. Iron Pommel. That's over by Demon Fall Canyon, I believe it's called. The area with all the demons next to it. That one we're not going to touch right now, but I'll just hold on to the quest since the quest giver is very far out of the way from any location that we can easily fly to. Alright, so from here we're going to go directly to the Silver One Refugee so that we can vendor all this stuff. We'll check out the area, we'll see if there are any general goods vendors or places that we can cook up our ingredients. If not, that's fine. We can pick up the quest for Mistral Lake. We can take care of that alongside the Frobogs. We have arrived at the refugee. Let's go ahead and check for vendors. Night elves love to hide vendors outside of their buildings. Just got to make sure we're not missing anything.
I am listening.
Oh, here we go. Recipes for we can use both our stag meat and our big bear meat. All right, that's actually really convenient. I suppose this does make a lot of sense that we get these here. For some reason, I thought we would get the big bear recipe from Hillsbrad. Maybe that's the case for Horde side. Alright, that should be good. Let's go ahead and learn these recipes. It's a lot more food than I was anticipating making, so we might have to put some of that into the bank to conserve our inventory slots. Let's pick up the quest for elemental bracers. Speak with the trade goods vendor. Let's see, you have the expert cookbook, but you don't have a way for us to actually make a campfire. We've got the mild spices, I suppose. We are going to need 9 more hot spices. And we're going to need 16 mild spices. There has got to be a place that you can cook somewhere in Ashenvale. If not, it's going to be a little annoying, but I guess we can go back to Narcissus and just do our cooking there. Alright, let's worry about elemental bracers for now. Let's get our food buff back up, especially before heading into a body of water. So yeah, I think this episode is going to be a little bit longer. I want to handle elemental bracers. I want to handle the foul-wheeled tribe. I want to turn those quests in, and then I want to head back to Narcissus so that we can stash some stuff into our bank and work on cooking a little bit. All right, where are these water elementals? There we go. Good to know. We cannot make them bleed. Just pop bear for make this a little bit easier. Frost damage taken increased by 50. I feel like it's a little scary, but we do outlevel these guys by quite a bit. So I guess I shouldn't be too worried about it. So we just picked up our first intact elemental bracer. I think we have to take that somewhere. Something like that. Divining scroll. Well, we've got this already. Is that all? That's not all we needed, though. Let me just double check, because I'm pretty sure I misunderstood this quest the last time. So collect 5 intact elemental bracers and then use the divining scroll on them. Okay. So just 5. That is fine. It's going to be a lot easier for us to take on the ones that we can find on land. So let's get our mana back. Let's start heading towards the center island here. We can take on more at a time, I think. Plus, I think there's a special water elemental of some kind here that roams around. That drops an additional item that just starts like an extra quest. Should be 4 bracers. We just need 1 more. There's our named NPC, actually, that we've been looking for. As we pick up our last bracer. Ooh, lots of damage being taken right now. Let's pop bear form here. That's a little concerning. Let's get demoralizing roar up. Let's get back on the island, too. So we have a little bit more space. Alright, and that Tide Rest did not drop an additional item, so it's probably just a horde only thing. Which is fine. Right, let's use this Divine Scroll, and we've got a Divine Scroll now. Let's go ahead and turn this in. We get our buffs back up.
Greetings.
Ishnu Allah, farewell.
Slay Cyrillus Foulborn. Dread Mist Peak. Ooh, that's in the Barrens, right? That is a crazy quest reward, though. Light of a Loon grants immunity from all damage and spells for 10 seconds, one-time use. That is so crazily powerful. I feel like we should just accept the quests. Level 25, maybe we'll wait a level or 2. I feel like we need to do this quest. That item is just far too incredibly powerful to pass up. Let's give ourselves a quick reload for the add-on. And then now let's take on the Furlbog. Just to the north. Got warriors and totemics to slay. And den watchers and ursas. I recall the Den Watchers and the Ursas being the easiest, actually. Because you only need a couple of them, and they're actually not that difficult to access. I feel like we're going to be spending a lot more time trying to get down these totemics and warriors. So we're doing very good on the totemics so far. It must be the warriors that I was thinking about. So I don't see too many of them. So not a super big deal. We have shamans here as well, but we don't actually need those. So we'll try to ignore them if we can. Unless killing one means that we could also more easily get to a warrior. Got Pathfinders too, we don't need those either. The Pathfinders are going to be the ones that we probably want to avoid the most. The big gimmick of the Foul-Wheeled tribe is that each one, whenever any of them auto attack, they put a disease on you that's basically permanent for the whole fight. And that disease reduces a given stat by about 10 or so. Depending on the type of Furlbog you face, is the stat that they reduce, and the Pathfinders will reduce agility naturally. And that is not something we want to have reduced. So I can deal with the warriors and reducing our strength, it's not as big of a deal. Reducing our intellect from the totemics, that's okay. But reducing our agility by that much it's too much. We have some fairly easy access to a Den Watcher and our last Ursa right here by the hill. Fortunately, pulled an extra one here. Let's get our bleeds up and then let's get some heals out. Alright, that takes care of that. Now we just need a ton of warriors and one more totemic. I wonder if the totemics and the warriors share a spawn location with each other. So in that case, we're probably going to want to continue to kill totemics even after we've completed the objective. But I guess I cannot confirm or deny that yet. I guess for the time being, let's just focus on the warriors as best we can. across the road leading to Silverwind Refugee now, to the western camps. Looks like we already ran out of warriors, so I'm going to keep killing these totemics. Anything else that I see along the way outside of these camps, I'm going to avoid the Ursas and the Den Watchers, because I don't think taking out either of them is going to help us much. At least there's no competition. That's good, at least. Looks like we finally have another player coming into the area. Let's shift our focus solely back to warriors now. We need 3 more. That is it. I think we are done with this round of quests for Ashenvale. We made a great time on that. I ended up doing a lot of grinding in between, and we're still just over an hour, honestly. It's not that much extra time. I'm definitely glad that we stuck around. Make sure we got all of that out of the way. Let's throw some buffs up on these guys. Not very often that we see other players in general, so might as well help each other out while we can. I'm going to take a second, work on first aid for a moment. Clear out some of this cloth. Let's see how far these quest turn-ins give us. I don't think it's going to get us to level 28. I did say around level 28 I would like to wrap up the couple of quests that we have remaining from the wetlands and then head to the Arathi Highlands so that we can pick up our expert first aid book, pick up some additional recipes, especially of the cooking variety, and of course pick up the flight path that is associated with the zone. For now, I think we've earned a little bit of a rest. Let's take a nice casual stroll back to Astronar. From there, we'll turn in our quests. We'll take a look at the follow-ups. I'm not sure we'll go through with any of them, though, right away. And then we're going to fly to Narcissus. We've got some ingredients to cook and some stuff to stash away in our bank. Back in Astronar once again. Let's get these quests turned in.
Greetings.
Yeah, I knew this quest in particular was going to have a follow-up. Ruins of Stardust. Where is that located?
I'm listening. May the stars.
I'm going to pick it up for a second. Looks like it's just to the south. Level 23. We should probably do this quest pretty soon. Right? It probably makes sense that we do. Let's see what else we got here first. So we picked up some extra melon juice that we didn't necessarily need, but that's okay. Restoring Bomb heals a target for 180 damage over 12 seconds. Interesting. Possibly like another like quick bandage that we could I guess utilize. We'll probably just end up using them right away over, you know, like a healing spell or something just to save on some mana.
Greetings.
So, I mean, we're increasing the length of the episode anyway. Why don't we go ahead and head down south and take care of the Ruins of Stardust, since it is such a low level quest. And maybe there's a small chance that it pushes us towards level 28. We are pretty close. The remaining 5 bars are rested experience. So maybe we could do a little bit of grinding as well if we fall a little bit short after the quest turn-in. Just to be clear, I don't think we have any additional turn-ins anywhere else besides in Stone Talon, which I don't think we're going to handle. So I don't think we're doing that. Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue. Let's see if we can push level 28. That way we can also pick up our new abilities when we head back to Narcissus. If we can reach it. Now entering the Ruins of Stardust. We're picking up handfuls of Stardust. We don't need to grind right away. Yeah, these are like bushes that we need to loot, so that's good. We can actually return, because I'm pretty sure that there's more to this quest chain than just this. So we can go ahead and see what the next objective is as well from here. Because it still might be, you know, within our level range. Incredibly quick quest. We only need one more. These Shade Thicket bog-like elementals do go down quite fast. Maybe we'll stick around for a few minutes at least. Alright, that was nice and quick. Let's head back to Astronar and turn it in. Let's see how much experience we get from the turn-in.
Peace be with you. Farewell.
It's not too bad. We're only 3 bars away now.
What brings you?
Fallen Sky Lake. Retrieve a Fallen Moonstone from the Shade Thicket Oracle. 3,000 experience is quite a lot.
Good luck, friend.
But where is this one located? Ooh, level 30. Yeah, okay. I am familiar with this quest. That one's not going to happen. That's quite the jump. The quest that we just completed before required like level 22 or 23. That's really interesting. All right. Well, let's go back out. We'll do a little bit of grinding. We'll head back to somewhat close to Iris Lake, or actually maybe close to where Rain's Cleansing is, because there are a lot of animals to kill over in that area. We can use the skins while we attempt to hit level 28. Then from there, I suppose we could just take the teleport to Moonglade and fly to Narcissus from there. It might actually be quicker than flying from Astronar anyway. I feel like it would be. Yeah, I feel like at around 200 experience apiece, shouldn't take us too long. Picking up lots of big bear meat as well. This item that I did not think was going to be super impactful for us, but it turns out we might actually end up getting 11 skill points in cooking from it. Stag meat too. I mean, we might kill some more stags, you know, in the next 15 minutes or so. 2 more bars to go. Guys, if you made it this far in the video so far, please let me know how you like the extended format. Does this length seem to work pretty well? I suppose it would probably work better for zones such as Ashenvale that have such a pleasant ambiance to it. You know, because how well would this work in, let's say, like Desolus, for example? A zone where it could get pretty boring pretty quickly. Please let me know your thoughts and what you think about this. Lots of free skins over here that we're definitely going to take. Definitely enjoyed my time here in Ashenvale. Sometimes it's nice to stay in a single zone for a little bit longer. As opposed to hopping around all the time. Looks like our food buff is running out. We don't have anything, don't have any extras right now. So we'll just have to live without the food buff, but I think that's okay. We're not fighting anything too dangerous, so the stamina doesn't matter. Just losing a little bit of efficiency without that extra spirit. head south a little bit. Head back towards Rainwood Retreat, maybe. We can fight some of the level like 26s and 27s over there for a little of extra experience. I don't know if it's faster or not. But as good as these bears have been for skins, they do take longer to kill just because of how much health and armor they have compared to other enemy types. So they might not be like the best to grind on necessarily. Plus the higher level deer, whatever they're called, the shadow horns, they don't have the same curses that these smaller ones do. They'll hit for more damage, obviously, but it'll be nice not to have to worry about decursing something every single time I pull one. At this rate, it looks like we're not even going to make it over to those higher level enemies. I think we're just about to hit level 28 right about now. I think this bear should do it. There we go. Let's get a second point into predatory strikes. Should increase our attack power a bit. Very, very cool. Now let's use Teleport Moonglade so that we get a little bit closer to Narcissus, and then we'll take a flight path there. We've made pretty good timing. Got about 15 minutes or so left in the episode, and I think that's going to give us just enough time to work through our professions. You can actually check out our new abilities right here. We have a Druid Trainer here in Moonglade. I suppose we can do that right now. Alright, let's see what's worth taking. Nothing in the balance tree. Let's see what we get here. Challenging Roar forces all nearby enemies to focus you. Nope, I don't think we need that at all. New rank of Claw, yes, please. A new rank of Rip, yes, please. Oh, thank God. That is so, so good. Cower is not something I feel like we're ever going to pick up. Right? Causing no damage but lowering your threat to a small amount. It doesn't seem like it's ever going to be useful for us. At level 30, what do we have to look forward to? Travel Form. That's going to be huge. And what do we got here? New rank of rejuvenation. Yep, we'll take that as well. Awesome. Alright, so let's get rejuve on our bars. Gotta stick it in all of our forms. Yep, new rank of claw. And a new rank of rip. Very, very nice upgrades. And I think that was it, right? I think that was it. Let's go ahead and take the flight path to Narcissus now.
Feel free to browse.
Well, I feel like that trip to Ashenvale was so much more fruitful on the skinning front. I mean, we picked up 2 stacks of medium leather, 3 stacks of light leather, some hides. I feel like that's probably better than what we were picking up in the wetlands. And I feel like we were killing stuff a lot faster. So that's really cool. And since we're level 28, that means I think in the next episode we are going to return to the wetlands once again. Probably just one more time. I don't know how much more we're going to do in the wetlands. This is kind of going to be like a wrap up for us. Level 28 is going to be a great level to go back into zones like Duskwood, for sure. I think we're going to get a lot more out of that. We can go take care of all the stuff at Ravenhill Cemetery. We can take care of the Worgen to the south. But I think in the next episode, we're going to end up back in the wetlands. We're going to turn in the damaged crate. We're going to collect that, pick up the follow-up. And then we're going to collect the crude flint, turn that quest in, pick up any follow-ups there. And then we're going to cross the Thandal span into Arathi Highlands. We'll head over to, I believe this is Refugee Point. We'll check out all the vendors there. We'll see what we can collect. I'm somewhat confident that we can get the cooking recipe for the raptor eggs. I don't know if that's from a quest, though. We might have to actually complete a quest, which I don't think we're going to be ready to tackle. We'll see if we get any leatherworking recipes there as well. We'll at least get the flight path. Then we'll head over to Stromgard Keep so we can pick up the expert first aid book. That'll be useful, and then we'll see if there's any vendors there too. And then I think from there we'll probably head into Hillsbrad just so we can pick up the flight path to South Shore. We're not going to be ready to take on anything there just yet. But having that flight path is going to be very convenient for us in the future. A nice quick flight over to Narcissus. Let's head inside. Stop by the bank first to drop off anything that I know we're not going to need right away. Which I guess isn't much. It's really just this recipe. Maybe I should wait until I craft everything first. Yeah, because we're not going to hold on to all of the food that we're going to cook, so might as well deal with that first. The Craftsman Terrace now. Let's deal with all of this cooking first. Just Start with the yellow stuff, so the Murloc fin soup. Then we'll take care of everything else. Gonna have a decent amount of 6 stam, 6 spirit food on our hands for a little bit. So that should feel good for a few episodes. I didn't realize the stag meat actually creates 2 lean venison. That's actually good to know. That makes them far more worth it than I initially anticipated. We should hit 160 cooking with this. It's a lot of points we just gained right there. It looks like we have nothing else to pick up from the cooking trainer until level 200 with the spider sausage. We'll definitely be farming up mats for that when the time comes. I think we can do that in Dustwallow Marsh, if I'm not mistaken. One of the better spots. Let's work through the leather. Yeah, that's what we're going to do next. All right, so I said we're going to utilize these medium hides, and I meant it. I'm not taking any chances on these points anymore. So we're going to create, what is it again? One of these, the Hillman's shoulders. Let's create 2 of these. Sells for a decent amount of silver as well. We've already made back most of our money already from the skills that we bought. Secure these medium hides first. I think we're officially at the point where we definitely cannot get any skill ups from light leather anymore, so I guess we can go ahead and convert that while we're here. As far as food goes, I think we're going to bring the Murloc fin soup and the goblin deviled clams with us first. We'll stash the venison and the bear steak. We'll grab those once we run out of the other stuff. Alright, now in theory, this should be more than enough leather to craft ourselves those green gloves. Hillman's leather gloves. Yeah, we're about to gain 6 stam, 5 spirit, about 20 armor. Yeah, and then once we hit 150, we're going to start getting all this heavy leather related stuff, which is definitely exciting.
How may I help?
Let's see what we need for the gloves. Simple, but you need a lot of medium leather. 14 medium leather. Let's make ourselves a medium armor kit as well for those gloves. Let's make sure everything else is kitted out with that. I think everything else has a kit.
Good luck, friend.
Awesome. Bear form is getting particularly strong. Now let's check to see what's going to be the most efficient way of getting to 150. For us, there's not a lot of options. I mean, the Hillman's shoulders if we can continue to collect medium hides, I guess. Otherwise, we don't really have great options here. Yeah, it's kind of these leather gloves at 14 medium leather apiece, or I guess these dark leather cloaks maybe.
Feel free to browse.
I guess we can try to see if we can get some extra skill ups from this. It would be nice if we can hit 150 without spending too much. As I say that, 16 medium leather just went out the window. Alright, so I guess we're going to stick with the leather gloves. Yeah, man. I wonder if there are any other leatherworking recipes out there that we haven't found yet that would make this process a lot easier. Maybe things will get easier once we start to easily collect heavy leather. Who knows? All right.
Till next we meet.
Not a bad profession session. We did pick up the new gloves, which we desperately needed. Now let's head back to the bank and dump some of this stuff off. I think that's what I'm going to have to do in between episodes. I'm going to have to look out for some more leatherworking recipes. See if I can find any extra.
What brings you here?
Fortunately, our bank is pretty dang full right now. I don't think we're going to use Malachites or Tiger's Eye anymore, or even Shadow Gem for that matter. I guess I'll hold on to it for now. We're not going to utilize all these potions either, so we can get rid of those, I think. I'll hold on to the medium hides. I think we're just going to, I mean, unless I can find a leatherworking recipe that can utilize it, I think we're just going to use them for skill ups. Yeah, I can't imagine trying to utilize it for anything else. We can dump off the heavy leather too, because I don't think we're going to run into too much more of that for several episodes. That'll become more apparent once we start working on Hillsbrad quests, especially like the Yeti related quests. As I've heard that can be a pretty decent heavy leather farm. Since the Yetis inside are going to be around like level 28 or so.
The loon be with you.
Let's vendor this stuff, nice clean bags, and guys, that is going to do it for me for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the Night Elven ambiance of Ashenvale. I hope you guys enjoyed the extra hour of episode. And like I mentioned earlier, please let me know if that works for you guys, especially as we increase in level and things are a little bit tougher to get through. Things are going to start taking longer to complete, longer to progress, etc. Let me know what you guys think about today's episode. As always, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.